Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it here with Bernard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing, Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
We're good.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Bell a 1st down and then some. Bell sheds him off. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Dalton sets up play action. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Eifert has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll run here with Bernard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
We're good.
Now a carry for Bernard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense,
and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton, what is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, 4 down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
4 down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Back to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Willis in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action now. Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey. Lee, 318.
Here's Bernard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action here with Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
We're good. We're good. Watch it. Lead. Here we go. We're good.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
They finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And the grab by Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. Lead!
Now Bernard. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Dalton off play action. Being chased out left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at half?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
We're good.
Dalton here from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dalton sets up play action. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. And they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And in the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Nice.
Off the play fake. Dalton completing it here to Marvin Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Over here, yes. Here you go, 368.
Off play action, Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be Dalton again. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Bell, and an alley to run, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now back to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 67 yards on the ground. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Where Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93.
Now a handoff looking right. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Play action now. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Over here, over here. You're good. Over here, over here. You're good. 57, you got 59 over there. 59. Look, ha, ha.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Another look for Dalton on second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Dalton, first and 10. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Switzer now to return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A screen to Bell. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Switzer now to return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he finds McDonald. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
Yes.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, it was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Lead! Lead! There you go. We're good. We're good.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Ha,
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
lead! Lead!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Switzer now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
3 down, 3 down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run again with Bernard. Oh, nice move. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Lead! Grenade
And they'll run him here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Bengals, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.